So are you telling me that I can buy an item on eBay, keep it for 30 days, and return it for a full refund? Let's find out. Hey guys, Patriot Picker here. My name is Chris, and we're down in the eBay bunker, and we've got a lot to talk about today. And I'm going to just jump right in and start with how's these managed payments going for you? Mine kicked in on August the 20th, and I swear, I believe that my sale rate dropped to almost nothing as soon as they did. Now, everybody's always trying to figure out, why there's lulls in sales, and we've talked about this before. I've heard it from other people and their channels of what their take is on why sales seem to be just a roller coaster ride in the online retail market. But what I really believe is that there's probably a lot more contributing behind the scenes to selling on eBay than we all probably even know. Now, if you're raking profit, you might know an inside scoop that a lot of us little guys down here do not know about. But I will say it has definitely been a roller coaster ride in the month of August here. If you go back and watch some of my previous videos, beginning in August, we were just like doing incredible. I mean, it started off with a big bang, and everybody was, oh, well, people got paid, and that's why you see sales increases, because it's when people get paid, and again, that's just another reason people give. I don't know the answer. I doubt very seriously anyone else does. So what do? What are you left to do? You're left to just wait it out and hope that it picks up. And weekends as well were doing really well for us. And we were hitting 15, 20 sales a weekend, which for someone who's been involved in retail online for just a short number of months, that was a good thing for us. And all of a sudden, it just came to a screeching halt, and we were selling hardly nothing on the weekends. And then last night, Sunday night, several items came in over a period of a couple of hours, which is encouraging, of course. But that again, you just don't know when the spigot's going to be turned back on again. So, as I said, managed payments have kicked in. I had an email waiting for me. Today is Monday. I had an email waiting for me this morning from eBay saying that my first payout has occurred, and then it's going to take another few days before it hits our account. So there's a waiting time after the buyer buys the item, okay? And then there's another waiting time on when eBay actually sends the money to your account. Now, all of this is an adjustment, and it's frustrating when we're all used to just getting, the money right away into PayPal or whatever. But, we're going to continue rolling with it again. It's just an adjustment and a getting used to. And before long, we'll all be making videos about what is managed payments. Did that happen to me? And you'll forget that it even happened. According to most people I talk to, it's actually a good thing. And those of us who it's happened to quickly here, in the last couple of days, then we're still adjusting and reeling from this new change. So let's move on to something different. How about this? No one likes returns, okay? Returns can, every time I get that email on the app on my phone that beeps, and then right immediately after, there's a ka-ching. Okay, that tells you somebody has bought something. But the first little beep you get and no ka-ching on my phone means somebody has sent an email. And whenever I hear that first beep with no ka-ching, I panic, because I'm like, oh no, another return or another negative comment or, whatever. And it's not always, of course, negative. It's just, that's what you attribute it to when you do get one. You start, getting crazy. Oh no, what's that? And I got an interesting one. 30 days ago, someone bought a book from me, and 30 days later, they now want to return it. And the interesting thing about this story is that when they received the book, they gave me this glowing, awesome feedback as if they loved it. I think that was even part of the feedback. They loved it. The book had dust jacket damage. It was aged. It was old. It was described in the description accurately. 30 days later, and now they want to return it. Can you believe that? I mean, what'd they do? Get the book and then read it? And then, okay, I read it. I'm done now. I'm returning it. I would hate to think that there are people out there who do such things. But that's the case. And I just think that, I know there's a 30-day policy, but I'm not real sure, is it 30 days from the time the sale transaction goes on, or is it 30 days after they receive it in the mail? And then here was the interesting thing too. Their comment for return was, I just didn't like it. I can understand if item wasn't as described, but I just didn't like it after 30 days. I don't know. I could never do that to somebody in my own heart. And my wife and I were talking. We were like, so have you not ever taken something back to Walmart like 3 weeks later? You used it and, you didn't tear it up or anything. And then you decided, I don't want this no more. And have you ever taken it back to Walmart? And I'm like, yeah, I've done that before. And, I don't make it a habit, of course, but I've done something like that. And I got to stop shaking because my phone is shaking. I'm shaking the table. Sorry about that. So anyway, I have done that. And I guess, Walmart's always been gracious enough to take stuff back. And when they do, I guess they have to eat it. I don't know. I'm trying to compare to try to get an answer here, but that just kind of rubbed me raw. I don't know what else you can do. eBay is just notorious for allowing, I think, and this is just my opinion, I think that they have opened the door very wide for customer service, 100% satisfaction, and they unfortunately probably lose a lot of people that start selling on eBay because of this kind of stuff. The people, people just can't handle the rejection and the it was media mail though, so the return's not going to be that big a deal. I'm big on 100% satisfaction too, so I'll get it back and then we'll go on and move on. But at least I got positive feedback, and I gave them positive feedback as well. So I don't know. I can understand you getting it and a couple of days later saying you don't want it, but not 30 days. All right, moving on. So what has sold for us lately? And then I got some cool news to share at the end of this video. So what has sold for us lately? Hold that thought. All right, I'm back, and as I was going over to get the laptop so that I could bring it back over to look and see what the sale prices were for you, my question is, what has sold for us lately? And all of a sudden, a song came into my head. What have you done for me lately? Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, and I was like, oh, wow, please keep your day job. So anyway, first up is this Reese's Peanut Butter Cup 10. And, it's stuff like this that I pick up and I think, okay, I'm only going to make a couple of bucks off of that. Should I really do it or not? And, 1994, sort of vintage a little bit. You know, people just like this kind of stuff for some reason. Okay, we're going to edit that. So this Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, and okay, we're going to edit that too. So what did the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup sell for? What did it sell for? It sold for $7.99. Thanks for putting up with the edits. Okay, we're back, and now what's next? We have a bag of red, white, and blue. Woo! USA, USA. We have a bag of red, white, and blue vintage yarn, okay? And I do believe this is called Fabuland, Red Heart Fabuland knitting yarn. It is acrylic and wool mixture. Found 3 of these. It was around the holiday. Can you understand why I bought it? And so, vintage yarn, I figure somebody would want that, right? $16.99 plus shipping. Alrighty. Video games. And this one's called Spore. And it's a PC, Mac, and PC played game, my understanding. PC, see, Spore Galactic Edition, okay? This is going out the door for $12.99 plus shipping. All right, so we have another book. Was at our local thrift store, and a lot of books trickle into our thrift stores in our area. And I love it when commentaries, Bible commentaries trickle in, because if you can find the right ones and you can get a good collection from good authors, they're fun to sell. So I found some Henry Ironside commentaries, and this one is on the book of Ephesians. It's called In the Heavenlies, and this one sold for $15.99 plus shipping. Next up, found this Coleman propane perfect flow stove. We have one of these ourselves. We take with us when we go camping. We have it around the house in case the lights go out. And this one was brand new in the box. The box has been opened, but the stove's never been used. And does not include propane bottle. Very important. This one's going out the door for $42.72 plus shipping. Okay, another item that I picked up, and I had no idea if it would even sell, because a couple of things. 1, no box. 2, no instructions. 3, is it even complete when you pick it up? So what it is this Ninja Easy Frother. Okay, so you make coffee somehow. I don't drink coffee, so I don't know how you make coffee with this, but somehow you make coffee with it, or you do something with coffee with this. This particular item sold for $16.99 plus shipping. And you know, in this condition, I mean, you know, in this way, with no box. Now, every now and then, as you do, you find something, you comp it out, and you go, what? And you can't believe how much it's going for. Or you can't believe how popular it's selling. So I found this particular item and did not really want to pick it up, because I did not think that, you know, it would be anything really that worth much. Started comping it and realized, wow, somebody really likes this thing. So this is called the Air Zuka. Air Zuka. Okay, so basically what it is it's a handheld sort of toy that's big and round, and you pull back on this thing and it sucks in a big thing of air, and then when you let go of it, it shoots air 50 feet towards somebody. Okay, now I don't know about you, but I would probably figure out some other things that this could be used for. but we won't go there. So this particular one is black in color, and it sold for $24.99 plus shipping. All right, I do believe that's all that I'm covering on sales right now. Now, as you all know, I saved the best for last. Guess what day it is? Hey, Chris, what day is it? Thank you for asking. It's my 1-year anniversary on eBay. Woo! Can you believe it? I can't. Seems like just yesterday, I picked up the first item to sell on eBay just out of curiosity after watching Commonwealth Picker and Cincinnati Picker a couple of videos, and looked at them and said, oh my gosh, what have I been missing? And told my wife, I said, I'm going to try and see what happens. And so we threw a few items up, and sure enough, they sold. And I was like, there might be something to this. And the rest is history. Now I want to add a couple things. Actually, I want to add 3 things. If you've been selling on eBay for just a short period of time and you watch my videos, I want you to think about something. I want to address 3 areas real quick that I believe are critical to being successful on eBay. And I've went back to some of these folks that I'm in contact with that have only been selling for short periods of time, and they're asking the question, I've got all these things listed in my store. Why aren't they selling? Well, here's 3 things that I think you really need to sit down and ask yourself, because I've went to your stores and I've seen 3 things that I think you need to improve on. And by the way, a year in, I'm no expert on this. I'm only giving you some advice. So take it or leave it. It's up to you. 1, I've seen some lousy picture taken. Okay? I've seen some very, very poor picture quality. Okay? If your pictures do not have very bright lighting to where you have a white background or a neutral background to where the item really pops, okay, no one's going to pay attention to that. They're going to look at it like, oh my gosh, and move on to the next one, all right? So I don't care how easy your picture taking is going for you, to the point where you just, in your mind, you're thinking, oh, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. If you have dark lit looking pictures, and that means a brown tint to them, a no light effect going on, and they're yellowish looking, and it's hard to see colors real well because all that brown's blending together, then you need, number 1, to work on your picture quality. And a couple of things you need to do: you need to get some LED lighting on that bad boy, and you need to get a much wider backdrop, and you need to get a different camera, really, truthfully, okay? You need to stop using age-old technology, okay? 2, I think it's very important for new resellers to understand how much priority, okay, you need to put into your descriptions. This person has learned the hard way that sometimes you're in a hurry to make a listing because you want to get your 10 listings a day, and you tend to overlook sometimes that an item, like this book, for example. I don't know whether you guys can see or not, but you see this little tear right here on the dust jacket, and then you see some fading on the spine. You see some damage right here. You open up the book, and let me see if there's anything in here really that I can point out. And I can't really point out anything with this particular book, but I'll just show it on camera. Sometimes there's fading around the edges of books due to their age, okay? If you go and you list this book, very good condition, and you don't list any of these little areas right here, you're doing yourself injustice by possibly getting a refund because you didn't accurately describe the book. And believe me, there are scammers out there who take advantage of that in a heartbeat. So that's another critical area. Pay attention to your description. Now, I know a lot of big sellers who just basically throw up, here's a book, it's by this author, here's the title, and I ship quick. And, you know, that's not enough for me. For me, that's not enough, okay? If you're a big-time seller and you got a lot of viewers and they don't care what you put in the description and they're good with it, so be it. All right, number 3, picture quality, accurate descriptions, okay? And then the third one, which I see a lot of as well, is sometimes people tend to, again, newbies especially, tend to overlook the titles, okay? The titles in your listing is what happens on multiple different fronts. You got an algorithm working on the title. You've got customers reading these titles. You've got eBay behind the scenes reading the titles. And so the title's important. Don't come up with your own title if you're not sure what to say. Go find one that somebody else has sold recently and look at the words that they've chosen in their title. And you will notice sometimes, I think one of the biggest reasons some people sell their items over others is because of the way they title the item. So 3 areas to pay attention to. Again, I am not an expert by any means and don't claim to be, but I've had these experiences, and so I'm sharing them with you. Last, before we close, is going to be my new channel. Is called Patriot Preacher, and I have gained a few subscribers on the channel so far. Several folks that are followers of me on Patriot Picker have come over and gave some outstanding encouragement, comments. They've shared the videos with others. I've got the very first one is up where I'm teaching a lesson from the Bible. And I just want to encourage you, if you haven't went over yet from Patriot Picker, please, please, please like the videos. Subscribe, of course, for sure. Like the video. And not only that, please share the video with someone. This is not like Patriot Picker. Patriot Picker is me just entertaining you in a way, really, and maybe educating you a little bit. But, you know, when it comes to spiritual things, which is the other channel's focus, this is life-changing stuff. So this is something I want you to share with others. You know, if you like what you're hearing, then hit that little share button and share it with a friend on Facebook, or share it on Facebook, or share it with somebody in a text or an email. You never know how God can use things in people's lives. I've already gotten a couple of comments from a couple of people who watched the video talking about how it was just the right thing they needed to hear at this time. So God is already blessing these efforts. And I just wanted to mention that real quick. I appreciate it very much. And as always, thank you so much for the support. But that's going to conclude this video. And this is the Patriot Picker signing out. And we'll catch you guys again on the flip side.